What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Twisted Life of TV. I am Poetry. You are here for another recap and review. We are reviewing Raising Kanan, Season 5, Episode 5, the series finale, not the season finale, but the series. It's the last season of it, the whole entire series. School of War. Let me tell y'all right now that this episode ticked me all the way off. It was filled with a whole lot of that don't make no doggone senses. Logical sense, street sense, common sense. It was filled with a whole lot of that. Now, there was some good moments, especially the last and final scene was a good moment for me. However, I still didn't even like the way that ended, right? Because that didn't make no sense. I understand why it happened, but for me, that wouldn't have made no sense and should not have made any sense for Marvin in that moment either. But I thought that this was going to be a good episode at first because I saw that Mario Van Peebles was directing it. They brought Chang back as the writer. I was like, we about to get some goods because they have presented to us some of the better directed and better written episodes. But this one, again, what I'm seeing in the last 3 episodes of this particular show, that they seem like they had a whole lot of stuff on the cutting room floor and they decided to sweep it all up in the dustpan and just give it to you. All the stories that should be overlapping don't make no sense. Don't make no sense. So we finna go through a whole lot of don't make no senses. Y'all just buckle up and get ready. If you ain't ready for me to tell the truth, then this ain't the channel for you. This ain't the channel for you. But if it is, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Hit the hype button. Hype up one of these videos as one of your videos for the week because you get to hype up 3 people at least, during the week on YouTube with some new feature they got. Try to pump us up, get these smaller channels out into the biggest spotlight, right? Let's do this. Let's do this. Marvin and Rock, they still at the bar discussing their options that they have to deal with, considering that they just got sent Big Finn's hat in the mail. So Stefano know that they had something to do with the attempt on his life, right? Rock is like, deny, deny, deny. Okay? If we act like we don't know nothing, then Pino won't have an issue with us. Okay? Big Finn from the Memphis Mafia already told him that it was you. He already gave that information to Stefano before they took him out. At least they know it was Marvin because they never met Rock. So they at least know it was Marvin. So now I'm thinking that Stefano is going to be the one that's going to take Marvin out. My brain is all over the place in this particular episode. And since things aren't connected, I can't connect it in my own noggin. So on top of the fact that Rock finally tells Marvin about Kanan dirtying up their product. Rock is so fucking selfish. Marvin saying, how the hell am I just knowing this now? Okay. She said, because I was trying to figure out what to do for myself first. How fucking selfish is that? Damn your brother. Being that he's the one that called in the Memphis Mafia. His name was attached to that shit. And you worry about how you gonna move for yourself first without telling him anything. Once again, she is proving to us that she has no fucking loyalty to nobody but her damn self. And at first, Marvin was like, no, first she was telling Marvin, don't make friends with Flossie. Don't talk to Flossie. Don't get in bed with Flossie. Don't even breathe in her motherfucking direction, right? Now she want Marvin to go over there and smooth shit out with Flossie because Flossie like him. Now you want to use me to benefit you again, Rock. As far as Kanan goes, she want Marvin to sit tight. Don't do nothing. Marvin is like, what the fuck is wrong with you? This is already playing out. What you talking about? Okay? I thought you told your son, Rock, that he don't want no enemy like you. That's what you're saying, right? That's what you said. And you exactly the type of enemy that he wants. You even the type of enemy that he expect because he know how you fucking move. You ain't gonna do shit but sit and wait. You not like the Rock of yesteryear. You not like the Rock that put that girl's dog in the microwave. That ain't you. You ain't like the Rock that just took out D-Wiz and took out Scrap for no reason. No, took out Epps. That ain't you. You have become this soft buttercup person that's always kissing Kanan's ass. You ain't never been able to discipline him. Ever. From the first time. I think the last time that you disciplined Kanan motherfucking ass is when he lost that doggone fight in the playground and you took him back down there to fight. Oh, maybe when you planted the gun on him. That was funny too. Anywho. Oh, where was I at? Yeah, Rock don't do shit. That's what I was on. I was on Rock don't do shit. She ain't did it with she wanted to sit on Unique and just wait. She wanted to sit on Sal and just wait. She wanted to sit on Stefano and just wait. Now she want to sit on Pino. Put your son to rest. Lay him the hell out, girl. You can't, but we can't just react. We got to be smart. You ain't being either one of them right now. Stefano already, get off my door. It's my dog. Stefano is already reacting himself, you know. He don't snitch on Rock to Kanan. Stefano snitching on Rock to everybody. He's a little bitch. Snitching on Rock to Kanan. Like, he's the most snitching ass gangster ever. My goodness. Yo mama hurt my feelings, you know. They ain't got nothing to do with me. And Kanan like, what you telling me for? It's your mama. It's your mama. You gonna choose her over me, ain't you? You gonna choose her over me? I don't give a fuck about about my mama. I don't give a fuck about you. I'm worried about this doggone money. He sounding like a Rock right about now. It's whatever. Do whatever the fuck you want to do with her. Okay. That's basically my interpretation of the conversation that they had. And that's not really how it works though. My thing is, Stefano, if you can't trust Kanan, you don't trust that Kanan ain't gonna be loyal to his mama. You need to be using Kanan as a fucking example. You need to be kidnapping Kanan to do whatever the fuck it is you got to do to prove a point to Rock, since you think Kanan can't be trusted anyway. You don't let this teenager come into your spot and be gangster up on you. Whole check you. That's a fucking child. Okay. And since when does gangster start asking permission? Gangster, do what you need to do. Okay. So I had missed the point last week when Juke did tell Marvin that she's paying Garcia to look the other way when it comes to the Thomas family. And since Baptiste had already retired, they forced him into retirement, Garcia really don't have any higher ups pressing him to stay on the case for Burke, okay? Especially since the case is already closed. Well, anyway, she walking down the middle of her street. While she ain't on the sidewalk, I don't know. But she walking in the middle of the street. Garcia literally walks up to her, snatches her up on the arm, and she's like, oh my God, why you always sneaking up on me? Bitch, you didn't see him? I saw him coming. How the fuck did you not see him? Juke is always aimlessly roaming through the streets and shit, no friends, no nothing to do. Her character intrigues me and annoys me at the same damn time. Because I want to know about the jukebox that we met in the original Power. We ain't really got her yet, okay? Garcia is still hard pressing her. Where is my damn money? Where is my damn money? And she like, I told you I need time. You don't understand the gravity of this situation. I'm a police officer. So the fuck what? Okay? Ain't nothing grave about this situation. You ain't even got an active case right now, sir. You not the one that's working on Fang's murder. You not the one that's working on Crystal's murder. You ain't the one who's working on Marvin's shooting. You ain't even investigating the dope game right now. You have no fucking cases right now. We don't see you interacting with any of these other fucking officers that's leading up any of those cases, getting any tea or information on these investigations. You ain't doing shit in regards to what Juke says that she wants you to do for her. So why is you tripping off this fucking money? You ain't did the damn thing. What you paying him for, Juke? I still don't understand. You giving him hush money for a motherfucker who ain't even talking about nothing. Talking about he could put a case on her. So you either get me my money or something very bad is gonna happen to you. How many times you gonna fucking threaten her though? You don't threaten her one too many doggone times. Okay? In the meantime, Pino asking for Rock about her threat to Stefano. He said he really could care less about what really went down between them. He don't give a fuck about Queens. He don't give a fuck about Manhattan. He really don't give a fuck about Stefano, to be honest. But since they are in the same mob family, he's technically a boss, and he feels the bosses are supposed to be respected. So he won't rock to sit her ass down there and respect the fuck out of Stefano. We know you try to kill him. Rock is sitting there sipping that drink one too many motherfucking times. Rock don't usually partake in the alcohol like that when she doing business. But she's sipping the fuck out of that god doggone drink, playing dumb. You know good and god doggone well, Stefano is just trying to come between us, is what she tell him. Pino like, ain't really sure, but he liked the fact that Rock is standing on her lie. He liked that. Regardless if she lying or not about it, he liked that shit. Rock was sitting there breathing heavy as a motherfucker too, like chest heaving like she just ran a motherfucking marathon. Shit, right? So Juke let Marvin know that Garcia is still pressing her real heavy. He like, duh, what the fuck did you expect? Okay? Me and Marvin still trying to figure out why the fuck you paying him anyway, right? So she tell him she won't enter the game. Everybody getting paid but me, which is exactly why I asked in last week's conversation, where did you get this fucking money from in the first place? She ain't stole clothes in a long damn time. She ain't been to school. She ain't had a job since she got kicked out the military. She always outside every day eating at every fucking fast food place you could think of. But she got that much money stacked up. Come on now. Not having an income while you in the hood is an expensive fucking habit. Okay? But she wanted to start her own network, is what she tell them. She want to start running dope. She want to start running her own deliveries and start making ends meet. Make some money like everybody else. Of course, he reluctant, but he gonna let her do her thing because she says she's gonna do it with or without him anyway. This seemed all hunky dory as an idea, but for me, this is yet to catch me up on Juke's storyline. She's supposed to be this feared killer, according to Ghost and Tommy. A feared killer who became a police officer in D.C., not even in New York, in D.C., who was running a snatch and grab ring. On top of that, she had even changed her name. In the original Power, her name was Laverne Ganner. It wasn't Thomas. So we noticed she had an identity change, and this is probably how she ended up a cop, because she wasn't Laverne Thomas. But when we going to start showing some of that? Because right now, we still not building up to her storyline. This is what I say. This is what frustrates me about the Juke character. Balance Connections 101 was watching episode 3 and had an interesting theory that they posted in the comment section of episode 3. You can go back and read it as long as fuck. But basically, they're saying Juke is responsible for everything. They took it all the way back to D-Wiz, and Juke wanted to get revenge on everybody in the Thomas family. She thinks that she's responsible for fame. They think, because I don't know if Balance Connections are male or female, they think that Juke is responsible for fame, for Crystal, for Lou, all of that. Okay. This episode put me back into mindset that I was that Juke didn't have nothing to do with a lot of that stuff. But yeah, that's a good theory, because if that shit was true, then Juke bad in the motherfucker for real. Because why else would they be saying that she's one of the scariest people around? That's how Tommy and Ghost described her. Juke don't seem scary at all to me. Not at all. Okay. Just FYI to my people who comment on the videos, y'all do not have to misspell words around here on my channel. If you want to say white person, spell it white. WHITE. If you want to say the N-word, that may get blocked. I'm not sure how YouTube does that, but other than that, NI66A, you know what I'm saying? Put the picture of the ninja, whatever, call it a ninja. But as far as like just the word like kill, K apostrophe LL, you ain't got to do that. Just put an I. I have no filters on my channel other than you cannot put links. You cannot use hashtags on my channel. And I think the N-word may be blocked. I'm not sure. In the comment section. But have y'all heard my fucking mouth? You ain't gotta filter yourself. I don't filter myself. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm not sure if y'all get that little thing pop up saying respect YouTube community guidelines. You can put in the comment section what I'm putting in the comment section if you so feel inclined to do so when talking about this show. If you're talking about other motherfuckers in the comment section, then we're gonna have a goddamn problem. That's the problem, okay? If you talk about me, we can have a motherfucking problem. That's what I'm saying. But about the show itself, I don't give a fuck what y'all say about it. Anyway, This next shit was dumb as fuck to me as well. Kanan is now doing pickups. I thought y'all supposed to be partners. Why are you now doing the pickups? Why are you being a fucking employee to Breeze? Like I said, he working for Breeze right now. Breeze supposed to be his mentor. How? How did he end up being your mentor? Snaps and Pops brought Breeze in for you to work with him and Unique, not to be schooled by him. But Kanan doing the exact same thing he was doing when he was with Ronnie. So the dude he going to do a pickup for don't know him from Adam, right? Breeze never let this dude know that Kanan was coming, if there was a change of personnel, nothing like that. So the bro was hesitant. His name was Jorge, what have it. He was hesitant, as he should be. Kanan calls Breeze to tell Breeze that the dude won't give him the product because he don't know who the fuck he is, right? As he should, okay? Breeze show up. This the dumb shit. Breeze show up and say, if he tell you he worked for me, then he worked for me. That ain't how that shit work. I don't know him. I'm trying to protect our interests. I normally work with Taz. And then some new random motherfucker just showed up and I'm supposed to believe him. Okay, I'm protecting your work. He could have just packed it up and went home for real. Dealt with Breeze later. But he stayed and waited for Kanan to make that confirmation call. Any person with the sense that God gave a doggone grape would know that was fucking good business. But no, not Breeze, because Breeze got a affliction for pain. He like to see people bow down to him or what have you. So they closed the door on his ass and cut his lights out. That's basically what they did to that dude. That didn't make no sense. I don't know if you in the streets right now, if you running any kind of business, how does that make sense to you? Whoever the distro is that is supplying those pills to Breeze, I will cut him the fuck off. Talking about where Breeze shit is. This ain't Breeze shit until I give it to him. Okay? And you gonna kill my man? You gonna kill my person that's delivering? Cause you can't make shit clear on your goddamn end. You wouldn't get shit from me. From here on out, you wouldn't get nothing. Okay. Rock get back to the bar. The bar that's always fucking empty. At least when Lou had it, they had clientele. If they was going to use that business as a front for the dope game, when Lou had it, it wouldn't be so obvious. But right now, this motherfucker is so obvious because ain't nobody ever in there. It's always fucking empty. I guess when Shirley left, she took a clientele with her. Anywho, when Rock step in, Joaquin is in there inside, waiting. Ain't nobody there. Ain't no bar staff. Ain't no person working the door. Nothing. The bar just open. And Joaquin sitting there with a drink. Must have made it himself. He just come in there to tell her, you need to respect Pinot. Okay? You need to respect people's boundaries. And what of that is respect the Pinot. And I was like, pause. What the fuck happened to Rafiq? I know she went to Joaquin to get some work from Rakim, but she was supposed to be still working with Rafiq. Rafiq was waiting on her to come back with whatever she was supposed to be doing. He was like, you put my money on pause, fucking around, you're going to get yourself killed. But Rock never did go back to him to honor the business deal that she made with him. Where's Rafiq? Why is he not in the picture right now? She making all this money up in Manhattan with Flossie, and Rafiq is cut out of the deal now? Makes no sense. Makes no logical sense at all. Like I said, they piecing shit together and stitching it together and hoping to sell it to y'all motherfuckers and like, oh, this is a good doggone show. There's too many fucking inconsistencies for me. It's still a good show. It's still a good show. But still, I have to call out the inconsistencies. Anyway, Rock tell him, put some respect on my name. I got boundaries too, right? And right now you overstepping yours. And then Rock King say, you ain't got no fucking boundaries. That's the problem, Rock. You have no boundaries. I thought that's what y'all liked about her. That she ain't got no boundaries. As much as I dislike Rock, that's what I like about her, that she ain't have no fucking boundaries. Shit. So riddle me this. How is Marvin out here on an ice cream date with this little white girl? I know that's his goddaughter. Don't nobody else know that's his goddaughter. The courts don't know that shit. How is he out here with this damn white child and nobody ain't noticing because she ain't at school and she ain't at home with her foster parents? He damn sure didn't pick her up from the foster parents' house. You ain't gonna make me believe that. She says the police is still on my head, okay? And they don't believe me when I tell them that some white man with tattoos is the one who did all this. Marvin tell her to stick to the story. And I'm thinking in my head, is this child mic'd up? Because who gonna let this little girl, this little white girl, go off with this damn gangster? This black man with all these chains looking thuggish and ruggish and bone. Who gonna do that? Who gonna allow her to do that? Something fishy with all this. We never went back to this scene, but this is gonna keep coming back up because somehow they finna tie Marvin to this shit, right? And either he gonna get killed or he going back to jail. One of the two. Speaking of fish, Kanan and Breeze, they go out here and they go hanging out. They went to Lamont's where, he usually meet up with Juke. And Breeze tell him, keep the little peel thing situation, hush, hush, because that's something I'm doing on the side outside of Snaps and Pop. When the fuck are you ever doing your business for Snaps and Pop? You supposed to be running dope for them. You running pills for yourself, running a fight club for yourself, on a murder spree for yourself. When the fuck are you doing business for Snaps and Pop? That they collecting on. Everything that Kanan doing is for your pill business. The way you moving, they should know about it because they know everything about the streets, right? That's what they say. But he want to give his newfound brother a piece of that business instead of his lifelong auntie and uncle, Snaps and Pops. Don't make no sense to me. Make that make sense. When did you find out that Kanan's supposed to be your brother? That you ain't never came and visited him before, never connected with him before. All of a sudden, you got this immense amount of love for Kanan, but you cutting your aunt and your uncle out the business. The ones who always been there for you. It doesn't make sense. Like I said, there's loopholes in this situation. Now, when I take my notes, if y'all don't know, I take my notes as I'm watching. So I asked this question. Somebody explained to me how Snaps and Pops is kin to Breeze. It got answered later on, which still don't make no sense to me, but I'm gonna go ahead with what I had already took notes on. Because I hate loopholes in the script. Because back in the day, Kanan had went to go visit Defcon's brother, Vernon Stark, right? And Vernon Stark didn't have no sisters or brothers. So when it came to Snaps and Pop entering the scene, there was not one mention that there was a link to DEFCON. I'm your daddy's people, something like that. It wasn't put into the script. So, especially considering that Rock was the one that was fucking with DEFCON when he went to jail, right? So, Pino, he goes over to Stefano. They always driving over to these motherfucking places instead of calling each other on the phone, right? He goes over to Stefano to suggest that Rock is innocent towards the hit towards him. Stefano was like, this BS. I got it from the jockey's mouth, whose horse he was riding, and it was Rock's, right? So what you're saying is, I'm lying. That's what Stefano asked of Pino. And he said, no, it's not that you're lying. It's just that I just wanted to make sure you understood. I don't have nothing to do with whatever's going on. I'm just her landlord. Think of me as her landlord. She is my tenant paying rent. I'm not her employer. And that's all that matters to me is that her rent gets paid. And she's paying it and paying on time. Whatever beef she got with you as her former landlord, as her former boss, for her former lover, or whatever title you decide you want to take with her today, don't have nothing to do with me. So what I'm saying is, if you start fucking with my tenants though, where my tenants lose money, then you fucking with me. Then it becomes my problem. I just want to make sure that's understood. That was a little subtle threat. That's what a little subtle threat was. So Kanan asked the question I had asked earlier, like I said, when we was talking about DEFCON and them. How the fuck are you kin to DEFCON? And how the fuck are you kin to Snaps and Pops at the same time, right? He claimed that Snaps and his mother are sister and brother. And Kanan like, y'all ain't got the same last name. That's not uncommon, Kanan. That's not uncommon in black households. Two people that share a parent because they have different last names. Anyway, he said your last name ain't Henry, nor is it Stark, to be honest, because that was DEFCON's last name. But he said his mom had got married and they took on that man's last name, including him. But then some more bullshit happened. Bree said, your mama took out DEFCON. Bree said, your mama took out DEFCON. And Kanan said, I heard rumor. Where you heard that rumor at? Because what they told us What they told us in episode 1 of season 1, and also what they told us in episode 5 of season 1. I think that's when Epps was breaking down to Kanan about DEFCON. DEFCON died in jail, which is why he found it so curious to how Kanan was his kid. He was like, when he went into jail, he was you was born after the fact, and he never got out. He died in jail. He said that in episode 5, I believe. I believe it's episode 5 of season 1, but I know it was season 1. What the fuck are you talking about that Rock killed DEFCON? He said Rock killed DEFCON and took over DEFCON's business. Rock didn't take over the game from DEFCON. Go back to season 1, episode 1. Rock was sitting there with High Post, not with DEFCON. DEFCON was in jail. He was sitting there with High Post. After a year of them being in a relationship together, High Post got killed. High Post was the one who owed Ronnie money when Ronnie went to jail. So when Unique came onto the scene and he was approaching Rock about that fucking money, Unique wanted Rock to pay back the money that High Post owed Ronnie. That's when Rock took over the scene. That's when Rock took over the game. And Marvin had went to jail. So all the shit that Marvin was doing before he got locked up, Rock took over that too. Rock didn't take over DEFCON's game. Ronnie and High Post were the ones who was running shit after DEFCON went to jail. Which is why I didn't understand why Ronnie acted like he didn't know who the fuck Rock was. But that's okay. We're okay. Don't piss me off. Don't piss me off. Juke goes to collect her crew. She went back to her old friend Low Life. At first I was like, where's Ray Ray? That's because you remember Ray Ray was her boy. Where was Wookie? You remember that was the one that she shot in the store. But I forgot that they came out of DC. They didn't come out of New York. So she let Low Life know, I got work for you. Okay? I need you to rally the troops. I want to reach out to all of them. Ain't gonna be no more snatch and grabs. It's gonna be real money. We're gonna make about 10 times as more than we normally make. And so I asked the question again, how did we get back to snatch and grabs, Juke? How did we get to be labeled the most terrifying person ever by Ghost and Tommy? Y'all gonna have to make it make sense for me. Okay. So Stefano can't get off Rock dick fast enough. Good God Almighty. All he been doing this entire fucking episode is running to this person, running to that person. Look, can y'all leave Rock alone for me? Can y'all don't be her friend, please, for me? Because now he talking to Breeze about it. Saying, look, we can't take her out because, no, I'm scared of Pino. But we can fuck with her money, though. So we need to hit her money. Her money ain't moving, and she lose her protection that she got from Pino because he only fucking with her because of the money. So Breeze had just told Kanan that this beefing with your mama shit is not making us any goddamn money. Keep your personal life out of it. But he pretty much asking Stefano the same thing. What the hell does got to do with our money? And Stefano like, she tried to kill me. She tried to kill me. So she gonna have to pay for that. You know what I'm saying? Why you didn't give him the same speech you gave Kanan? This business, not personal. Why you bring all this personal shit to the game? Okay, so Jarita, you know, Sean baby mama, Sean not Sean baby mama, Sean's mama, Kanan's baby mama, Jarita, she done made it personal with Kanan. Okay, she even refusing to take payment from him. Make that make sense. You are a hoe, and you are a hoe for Flossie, which means the money should be coming to Flossie, and you refusing payment ain't putting money in Flossie pocket. Again, I'm still dumbfounded that he was one of your clients. But she said the security of being with him is enough. Fucking a 17-year-old teenager is enough for her. I guess her college degree, y'all forgot she said she had one. Her college degree don't make her smart at all. She's a grown woman fucking with this 17-year-old. And she's got loose lips like a motherfucker. Not just her coochie lips because she a hoe, but her lips on her face just flapping, telling all the fucking business, giving all flossy information out. Why is she still alive? I said kill her last episode. And why is Kanan paying her instead of Flossie? I'm not a madam. I've never been a madam. Okay. But the madam, I do know a couple. I have known a couple. I'm not still in affiliation with them. The hoes don't handle the cash in the escort business. The madam is paid directly, and then the madam sends out the employee. It's different in prostitution. The escort service, although the end game is the same, getting money for sex, it is not ran the same way as prostitution. Anyway, she in love with this teenager. You're never supposed to fall in love with one of your tricks, but she in love with this teenager. So she's telling all her business and all her businesses to him. He ain't got to press her for no information. She just giving it all away. Just giving it all away. Speaking of giving something away, Juke finally meet up with Garcia, and Marvin has decided to help her out. We didn't get to see where he changed his mind. He just shows up at the meeting with her. Garcia doesn't question why the fuck is Marvin Thomas there at all. Don't question it at all. But he takes the money that Marvin gives him, and I was like, I was thinking that he was doing this because he wanted to find out information about the shooting, because remember the little girl just told him the cops don't believe her. But that wasn't it. They didn't bring it up not one fucking time. Plus, it ain't Garcia's jurisdiction anyway. But they think we stupid. The writers of the show, Courtney Kim, 50 Cent, think we fucking stupid. But no, Juke wanted to know, what did he know about the famous case, which is kind of contradictory to what Beyond Connections or Balance Connections was saying in the comment. Because she's curious about what the fuck happened to Famous, which from Garcia's perspective is still nothing. And she like, I heard the cops did it. And Marvin's like, hey, don't be insulting our new friend here, right? And he said, the cops, we don't kill people. And Marvin like, you ain't got the fucking lie, Craig. You know what I'm saying? She specifically asked about the two cops that's working with Rock, and he said, they dirty cops, but they ain't kill nobody. That ain't what they do. Okay, they shake down people, and that's it. Like, that's correct. Like, that's moral of a cop to do. Anyway, Rock meeting with Pino again. Look, y'all, you ain't gonna keep summoning me back and forth about this shit, right? He like, I vouched for you. I went to Stefano and I vouched for you. I told him hands off you, but he still got his panties in a bunch. And she's like, what the fuck does that mean? It means ain't nobody stupid, girl. We know you did that shit, okay? Ain't that one of Kanan's famous line? You did that shit. But he know that I know that you know, we all know that you did it, okay? And what that means is he gonna eventually come for me too. He gonna try to take my spot too. So I'm gonna need to hit up his ass before he hit me, okay? But on the side note, we heard that your son is down with Stefano. They hearing everything on the streets. How come ain't nobody hearing shit about Breeze? So like, she like, so what? I don't care. I don't keep tabs on him. I ain't checking on him. He like, your son is riding with the motherfucker who want to put a bullet in your head. And that don't bother you none? Nope. He's still wet behind the ears. He just learned how to tie his shoes. What he does don't bother me. It don't bother me none. So it shouldn't bother you. Okay? And he is like, hold on. What the fuck you mean by that? She's like, I'm about this money. And that's it. That's all I'm about. He said, that's not smart. And that's what I was saying too. Well, I mean, that was my words, not his. But that's just basically what he told her. That's not smart. Okay? Look, I bet he shared all the details about the business with Stefano, which means that he's telling my business. Okay? And I was like, you did that. Remember that whole meeting you had with Stefano? Letting him know that you was working with Rock? You told him all your business. You the one that even told him that she was fucking with Flossie. Kanan didn't have to do none of that. You did that, Pino. Boy, y'all memory short, your old asses. Anywho, Rock is like, I'm keeping the fucking eye on him. You just said that you wasn't checking for him, Rock. Now you keeping the eye on him. Which one is it, girl? Make your mind up. How you gonna have that in the same fucking sentence, same conversation? When it all boiled down to it, Rock say, look, if you're trying to get me to kill my son, I'm not gonna be able to do it. Okay, I'm not doing it. Why he out here telling everybody, do what you gotta do to her. Pino said, hold on, shit. Pino said, who talking about taking him out? Me. Poetry. Poetry talking about taking him out. Poetry said it. Take his ass the fuck out. Okay. But he like, all I'm trying to figure out is if you a good parent. Because a good parent knows how to discipline her child. And I just want to know, Raquel, should I be questioning your parenting skills, right? I've been questioning Rock's parenting skills since season 1. Okay. Meanwhile, her unruly ass son out here with his unpaid hoe who offering to blow off work again. Like, I didn't know that hoes get PTO days, whatever. He got to go make some moves. That's what he said. Then we get Flossie visiting Stefano. That's all. This entire season has been about, let me go visit my neighbor. They ain't doing shit else, just going to visit each other, throwing threats at each other. That's it. Apparently, her father used to work with Stefano. Okay. So she came to, out of respect for him, just to have a conversation, basically just to tell him, motherfucker, don't tell me how to run my business. My daddy didn't raise no punk. He thought he wanted a boy anyway, so he raised me to have a dick. So you can't tell me how to run my motherfucking business, right? Stefano saying, I'm just trying to ruin you. Rock is a cancer. I'm trying to alert you. Stefano is weak as fuck. I would not respect his position as a boss one bit. You out here begging people not to make money because somebody hurt your fucking feelings. I understand. Of course, she wanted to take your life out, so it's more than just hurting your feelings. But still, the way that you present it to people, she's just a cancer. I want to warm you. She's like the Black Plague. All the shit you loved about her ass. But you talking to people you don't even directly deal with on a daily basis. You on some high school shit. Okay? She like, look here. What'd she say to him? She basically still, I can't even remember what she said specifically, but it's basically like, come on, dog. Can't you do better than this? How's your health? You know, something like that, right? Grow the fuck up. That's basically what she wanted to tell him. It's not your business partner that you're dealing with here. Kill her if she's the thorn in your side. That's what I'm saying. Just get the fuck over with. Why run around town trying to get everybody else not to be her friend because she don't speak to you? It's like somebody going to fucking high school and you had beef with them when you was growing up and they pushed you off the swing when you was little, and now y'all in high school together. You see them walk through the door, you tell all your friends or tell anybody walking down the hallway, don't talk to her. She pushed me off a swing when I was little. Don't talk to her. And the other people looking like, the fuck they got to do with me? That's basically what's going on. Shit. Well, Kanan went over to Bree's house, child. And Bree's like, you ready to do this? Kanan's like, I don't know what the fuck you talking about. Do what, right? Breeze always got to be up in your motherfucking face. And his breath must stink. Because every time he get up in dude's face, Kanan turn his head. Turn his head like this. He put a gun in Kanan's head and tell him it's time to go to work. He put this gun in Kanan's head to go to work. Now we're gonna go to work a little bit later. I realize, y'all, that Breeze is basically Angela. Y'all remember how Courtney Kemp used to write Angela because like she admired Angela so much as a character, and you can clearly tell that Breeze is written in the same fashion. Breeze is probably who Kanan who 50 Cent probably want to be. Angela was a lawyer, a crime scene investigator. She was at the fucking morgue. She was a private eye. She was a negotiator. She was all of that. Attorney General. Angela was everything, okay? And now Breeze is everything. He's a crime boss. He's a dope dealer. He's a henchman. He's an assassin. He's a fight club promoter. He's a chess king player. He's a deputy guru. On top of being Kanan's secret fucking brother, not brother, from the beachfronts of Rockaway, which is an hour away from Queens, is where he's supposed to start his operation and built himself up. On the beachfronts, on the peninsula of Rockaway. Now, I understand a lot of different cities have a lot of bad areas, but you can't make me fucking believe that Breeze became this insane person that he was, that he is, this killer, this no-nonsense go-getter motherfucker from Rockaway. You can't make me believe that. Can't make me believe that. He got to catch a fucking hour ferry over to Queens every goddamn day from Rockaway. Okay? all the time in the world to calm your bitch ass down. They even said he was a scholar. Remember at the beginning when they first introduced him? My nephew is a scholar. Even though Kanan said that he wasn't that smart back in original Power, but I think he was just trying to throw shade at him because he was supposed to be really smart. And him sitting here watching Jeopardy when Kanan showed up is just a callback to the original Power. It's a callback to how he died. If y'all watched the first series, the original Power, y'all would have heard them describe that Breeze was a creature of habit. You always knew where to find him because he did the same shit every day. So they knew at 7 p.m. he was going to be sitting there watching Jeopardy, which is basically what he's doing right now, sitting there watching Jeopardy. They know where he's going to be at. He wouldn't even left Jeopardy, but they was on the final round, so he probably was able to leave earlier. But he watches Jeopardy faithfully, and that's how Ghost knew when him and Kanan came to the house to go meet up with him. That's how they knew he was going to be there because he's a creature of habit. Anywho, which is why it should be so easy to fucking roll on Breeze. Anyway, they get up, they walk out the door, and I'm like, who the fuck they finna go roll on? Because y'all ain't finna hit Rock. Y'all not finna hit Rock. Or y'all going after Rock. But they went down to a boxing match where Joaquin is at. This is another one that doesn't make any fucking sense to me. They didn't go hit up Pino. They didn't go after Flossie, two people that they know where they at, but they went to Joaquin. Joaquin has never been affiliated with actually doing business with Rock. Because even when Juliana was around, who was Joaquin's cousin, Joaquin would not do business with Rock because he didn't want to put dope into Queens. Since she's not in Queens, he's doing business with her up in Manhattan. But who the fuck knew that? Who knew that Joaquin was Rock's connect? They have not showed us anywhere, any place that lets us know that Joaquin is fucking with Rock. Other than Joaquin coming in to tell her to do good with Pino, but Pino didn't tell Stefano that Joaquin was a supplier. But Kanan and Breeze know. And they knew exactly where Joaquin was supposed to be. Joaquin ain't never anywhere but that fucking restaurant. This is the first time we ever see him outside of that fucking restaurant. But they went to go to this club to go find Joaquin. Breeze walks in. Joaquin happens to be going down to the bathroom. Breeze is down there in the bathroom waiting in the hallway. How did you know Joaquin was going to go to take a piss? This is a dirty, grimy ass bathroom. I'm surprised that Joaquin down there using it anyway. He goes down after the boxing match to go take a piss. Ain't nobody else walking down there. Nobody, not a single solitary fucking soul is down in that basement. How did Breeze know that Joaquin was going to bring his ass down there to go take a piss? He goes in the bathroom to go take a piss. Breeze comes out. He has a silencer on his gun, takes out Joaquin's man. This dude is 450 pounds. His big ass falls up against the door. Joaquin is inside, does not hear a thing. I understand you're not hearing the gunfire, but you don't hear this 450-pound man fall up against that damn bathroom door. Breeze has to move his big 450-pound ass out the way of the door so he can get into the bathroom to get Joaquin. The bathroom door open. Joaquin does not hear the bathroom door open over running fucking water. Gangsters who out here selling drugs, robbing, killing, stealing for their life ain't got their ear open. The shit that's off. You don't hear this door open. Breeze comes in, puts the gun on Joaquin, and Joaquin says, one day it's going to be you. Again, just foreshadowing. And Breeze says, and I'm going to deserve it, just like you deserve it right now. What made Joaquin deserve it? He didn't have nothing to do with your business. Nothing. As you already stated, as everybody's already stated, Raquel's business in Manhattan is not affecting your business, Queen. Why does Joaquin deserve it right now? But okay. The next thing we see, Breeze flying up out of the club. Why? You was able to get into the club in the middle of that match, make it all the way down to that basement without even knowing that Joaquin was going to go down there and take a piss. And now you can't get back out without Joaquin's men who don't know he dead because you had a silencer on the fucking gun. Who doesn't know he dead, but they chase your ass out of the club. There is one literally 10 feet off his ass. 10 feet. If he tripped and fell and reached out, he could have touched his heel. He could, matter of fact, he was so close he could pass the fucking baton if he was running the damn relay. He could not shoot Breeze. Some other dudes came out the back. They firing off shots. Nobody hits Breeze. Kanan is sitting in his car. First of all, why are you driving your fucking car? You've been riding around in this motherfucking LTD all god doggone day. And at the one moment that you finna go kill a motherfucker, you decide to take your car, very identifiable car, BMW, with the rims. That's the one you decided to go take down there to this shootout instead of the big ass LTD. His car gets shot the fuck up. The back door was open this entire time, waiting on Breeze to just swan dive up in that motherfucker. Jumped in that bitch, and they got away. Only thing I hit was the windows of the car. And my almost done with this shit because it's pissing me off. So Garcia, he finally go snoop around for Juke. He gets some info that he wasn't expecting to have. He now can tie Juke's questioning about Famous to Epps' murder. Well, looky there. And Rock, she tells Marvin to go snatch up one of Kanan's boys. And I'm with Marvin. Why the fuck are we doing that? You told me to stand down. Rock wants Marvin to snatch up a biker boy who really ain't even on the street for real, as biker boys. Anyway, but we'll snatch up this, and Marvin like, go snatch up this teenager for what? We already handled the product situation, right? And now you want me to go snatch a kid on fucking 10-speed, question him about your goddamn kid? And she's like, Marvin, we need intel. Marvin said we're looking in the wrong direction. Okay. So anyway, Rock men roll on Primo. They hit his ass so hard with their car, they made that motherfucker a hood ornament, right? Now they got him tied up down in this swimming pool where Rock and Marvin is at. Juke goes over to Kanan house to tell him about Garcia and the fact that the cops that Rock was working with, they ain't the ones that kill Fame. And he already say, I know this shit. You telling me something I already know. He had already told Juke this before, right? And Juke was like, look, this is your best fucking friend. He loved you. You acting like you don't even fucking care right now. Okay? So again, balance connections. This scene right here. If she acting, if she did that shit, she acting real good right now. Before he could answer, Kanan, he got the call about Primo. Marvin is there reluctantly kicking his ass in that pool, right? Rock is like, what is he trying to do to me? Tell me what he's trying to do to me. Marvin is like, hold up, wait a minute, you got me down here beating up this kid because you don't know what Kanan gonna do to you? You want some personal shit? You always telling me about sticking on business, standing on business. What the fuck does this have to do with our business, our money, Rock? Rock turned and lit Primo ass up, blah, 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 you know. Okay, he don't want to talk, he don't have to. Fine, fuck it. Marvin is like, what the fuck are you doing? You deflecting all your mommy and son issues onto everybody else. So Rock crooked ass, oh, this pissed me off. Rock took this opportunity to finally tell Marvin throughout all his pain that Kanan killed Lou. Now we know that this is true, but Rock did not share this info with Marvin to give him closure. She's been holding back this information all this time. And if I was Marvin, I would have said the same fucking thing that I said, that he said earlier, when he found out about Kanan and dirtied up the product. Why the fuck are you just telling me this right now? That's what I would have known. But she knew that was going to enrage the fuck out of Marvin and make Marvin go off on the whole crew. But what Marvin did, Marvin went straight to fucking Kanan's house, right? And the way that Kanan was knocking on that door, that Marvin was knocking on that door, Kanan should have knew it wasn't nothing good. Now, Juke is over there still, right, when Marvin shows up. Kanan opened that door and Marvin hit his ass with a haymaker. Beat the cowboy shit up out of Kanan. But like I said, the problem was Juke was there too. And Juke been protecting Kanan since day one. So I was like, well, please don't let Juke kill her daddy. I did not want that to happen, right? I was like, if she do, she probably gonna run, and that's how she end up in DC. No, that ain't true either, because she meets Tommy and Kane and Ghost at some point for them to know of her reputation, what have you. Anyway, Marvin beat the snot up out of Kanan. Baby, this was like the best scene ever. This is a Mario and people scene right here. Because remember when they had Nino Brown and they was fighting his ass with Ice-T was fighting him. Yeah, this was one of these type of scenes right here. This is an ass whooping that Kanan been deserving for a long fucking time. He been had this shit coming to him. Marvin in his anger finally tell Juke that Kanan is the one that killed Lou. But she would not let Marvin shoot him. This is what pissed me off. Juke would have been getting these motherfucking balls. Bitch, do not be trying to grab my gun. Okay? Get the fuck up off me, kid, and let me lay this kid to rest for killing my goddamn brother. Okay? I wanted to Kodak that fucking face Kanan had before he fell down and hit that damn glass table. Now, in the original part that Kanan has a scar on his neck, he always attributed that to Juke doing that to him. But I wonder if it was from this scene here when he fell through that glass table, because Kanan was fucked up, right? He was fucked up. And I'm thinking, dead that nigga. Please and thank you. Dead his ass, right? Juke pissed me off because she would not allow her daddy to kill Kanan. You don't give an ass whooping like that, Juke, and walk away. That's not what you do, not in the streets. Kanan laying there, bloody, shaking, body all afflicted and shit. And the only thing happening in his mind is payback. Juke has now put her daddy's life at risk by not letting him finish off Kanan. Piss me the fuck off. Piss me the fuck off, right? This is the end of the episode. Damn, this video long. It's 52 minutes. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for being here. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Leave your comments down in the comment section. Peace.